तो गाइज जैसे आपको पता है एसएससी ने अपना नोटिफिकेशन रिलीज कर दिया है, तो आप अपनी प्रिपरेशन में जुट गए होंगे। तो ऑली बोर्ड आपकी प्रिपरेशन को और बूस्ट करने के लिए अपने नए कोर्स मिशन एसएससी सीजीएल 2020 के साथ आ रहा है। इस कोर्स में आपका टीयर 1 प्लस टीयर 2 दोनों ही एग्जाम की कंप्लीट प्रिपरेशन कराई जाएगी, और जो क्वांट पोर्शन है स्पेशली मैं कवर करूंगा, यानी आपके अपने सौरभ सर। और आप सभी को पता होगा कि एसएससी की जो क्वांट है वो दो पार्ट में डिवाइडेड है, अरिथमेटिक एंड एडवांस। और एडवांस मैथ्स एक ऐसा पोर्शन है जो कि बहुत ज़्यादा चैलेंजिंग होता है कई सारे स्टूडेंट्स को। तो मैं अपने 2 साल के एसएससी सीजीएल एक्सपीरियंस से आपको बताऊंगा कि कैसे आपको डिफिकल्ट टॉपिक्स जैसे कि ज्योमेट्री हो गया, एल्जेब्रा हो गया, ट्रिग्नोमेट्री, मेंसुरेशन एंड नंबर सिस्टम हो गए, इन सारे चैप्टर्स को कैसे बहुत ही कम टाइम में बहुत ही अच्छे से प्रिपेयर करना है। और साथ ही अरिथमेटिक जो कि एक कैलकुलेटिव पोर्शन है हमारे एग्जाम का, तो कैसे विद इन टाइम, बहुत ही मिनिमम टाइम में मिनिमम कैलकुलेशन के साथ आप किसी भी क्वेश्चन को कैसे सॉल्व कर सकते हैं, उन सारी चीज़ों की टिप्स एंड ट्रिक्स मैं आपको बिल्कुल बहुत ही अच्छे ढंग से सिखाने वाला हूं। और इसके अलावा मैं आपको एक चीज़ बता दूं कि यहाँ पे आपको 100+ लाइव सेशंस यहाँ पे मिलने वाले हैं फैकल्टीज के साथ। इसके अलावा आपको 20 से ज़्यादा आपके लाइव प्रैक्टिस सेशन रहेंगे, जहाँ पे आपको पूरा एग्जाम का फील आएगा और बहुत सारे अदर स्टूडेंट्स के साथ आप compete कर सकते हैं और अपना स्कोर वहाँ पे इवेल्युएट कर सकते हैं कि आपकी प्रिपरेशन कैसी चल रही है। और इसके साथ ही आपको डाउट क्लियरिंग सेशंस भी मिलने वाले हैं, ताकि आपके मन में अगर कोई डाउट्स हैं, आपके कोई क्वेश्चंस हैं, तो उन सारी चीज़ों को भी आप वहाँ पे क्लियर कर पाएं। अगर आपको इतनी सारी चीज़ें एक ही जगह पे मिल रही हैं, तो किस बात का इंतजार है? अभी ज्वाइन करें ऑली बोर्ड का मिशन एसएससी सीजीएल 2020 कोर्स और अपनी प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट करें हमारे साथ।
Hi guys, good morning everyone. I hope you are well. Share the session, like the session guys, so that we can begin. In today's session, we are going to discuss para-jumbles, and the course is called AIM IB 2020. So as you know, we'll be focusing on the IB ACIO exam, and the exam is scheduled somewhere in February. Good morning everyone. Share the session with your friends guys so that we can begin. And till the time we begin, I'll let you know about the current and upcoming courses at Olive Board. So the IBPSPO mains cracker course has already started on the 18th of January. IBACIO target batch has already started on 18th January. The SBI PO mains crash course begins on 20th January. So you can enroll if you haven't already. And finally, the ECGC PO cracker course begins on 21st January. Share the session with your friends guys, so that we can begin. Good morning everyone. Good morning Manpreet. Good morning Nishi, Manjot, Ritik. Yes guys, so let us begin. The course is called AIM IB 2020. As you know, I am conducting classes Monday to Thursday at the same time, that is 10 a.m. So you can inform your friends who are preparing for this exam, and we are focusing on the English section in these sessions. So I'll highlight again that the IBACIO target batch begins on 18th January. So it has already begun and you can enroll if you haven't already. You will be getting 100+ video lectures. Apart from that, you will be getting live practice sessions, strategy and doubt clearing sessions, and you'll also get access to test series. So you can enroll as soon as possible because the course has already begun on 18th January, right? Good morning. And we'll begin now. Okay, so today's topic is para-jumbles. So we'll be discussing a variety of questions that can be asked from this topic. So we'll be covering almost all the variety of questions. But if you wish to practice more such questions, you can enroll to the target batch where we will be practicing more such questions, right? So without wasting any more time, let us begin. Good morning Naveen, good morning Karthik. Yep. So as you can see, the first question is the basic para-jumbles question. You are given 4 sentences here, A, B, C and D. What you have to do is you have to arrange these jumbled sentences in a correct order so that they form a coherent paragraph. So go ahead, take some time and attempt this question, then we'll solve it together. Guys, share this session with your friends. Yes, so let us discuss. Now, if you see, while solving para jumbles, what we can do is we can either find the introductory sentence or we can find the concluding sentence, or what we can do is we can find triplets or pairs. And on the basis of those triplets or pairs or introductory sentences, what we can do is we can eliminate options, right? So if you notice, this A, sentence A here talks about the digital age that has even spawned a new species of friend. And this new species, what can it be called? It can be called online friends, they can be called internet friends, or they can be called e-friends, right? So A and B here form a pair. Now that we have established that A and B form a pair here, let us see what is the correct order. If you notice, options B and C mention the fact that A and B are a pair. Options A and D do not mention that A and B are a pair, so we can straight away negate A and D, right? Now, the fact that A and B are a pair and B says that this new species of friends can be called online friends, internet friends, e-friends. And what C does is, if you read the sentence C, C says these are friends who are acquaintances we make and whose company we almost keep exclusively digital, right? So C here describes these online friends, e-friends or internet friends that we make, right? So C must follow B. So A, B and C here form a triplet. Now if you notice, which of the given options mentions A, B, C as a triplet? Yes, you're right. Option B here mentions A, B, C as a triplet. So the fact that A, B, C mentions the triplet, you can negate option C, right? So the correct answer here is option B. In case you have doubts, what you can do is you can ask your doubt in the comments section, or if you miss out the chance to ask your doubts, you can simply take a screenshot and send your doubts at doubts@oliveboard.in or .com, and you can also take a screenshot of the same question and comment your doubts in the comments section after the session is over. Now, if you guys are done, we can move on to the next question. The next question is a similar type of question, but it is a little tricky, so I would like you to attempt it first before we discuss the solution. The second question is focusing on dams. If you notice option A, B, C and D. So all the four statements are talking about dams. So go through these sentences and solve it yourself. Take some time. Nishi and Wajid, you were right. Yes, the correct answer for the previous question was option B. Good morning, everyone. In case you guys have joined us right now, we are discussing the Parajumbles topic for IB ACIO exam. So you can solve this question. Let us start discussing now. Now, in case you notice, here sentence D says a dam is a barrier across flowing water that obstructs, directs or retards the flow, often creating a reservoir, lake or impoundment. Now, option D here gives us the definition of a dam, right? It describes what a dam is or what it does. So, a dam is a barrier across flowing water, and it often creates a reservoir, lake or impoundment. Now if you notice, option A here says dam actually refers to the reservoir rather than the structure. So the fact that this reservoir here is preceded by the definite article the, it indicates that it is referring to a particular reservoir. So this particular reservoir that has already been mentioned in sentence D, right? So D and A here form a pair. And in case you notice, only option A gives us DA as a pair. So we can negate all the other options. That is, we can negate options B, C and D, right? So option A here gives us the fact that D and A form a pair. So we can negate all the other options on the basis of this pair simply. Hence the correct answer is DACB. And what you can do, guys, is you can do it in your exams also. So you can simply negate options based on these pairs or introductory sentences. So this is one tip that I'm giving you, that you can negate options based on mandatory pairs or triplets. Arun is right. Arun is saying that the correct answer is A. Let's move on to the next question, guys. So the next question is a new question type here. In this case, you are given a sentence. So the fact that this is a sentence and the introductory phrase is already given. So the theory is that this is the introductory phrase of the sentence, and the rest of the sentence is divided into three parts, and these three parts are jumbled. Now these three parts are labeled as P, Q and R. So what you have to do is you have to rearrange these parts P, Q and R so that this sentence forms a complete and coherent sentence. Go ahead and attempt the question yourself. This one is a very easy question. I am sure most of you will get it correct. Yes. So most of you have given the correct answer. So let us discuss. The introductory phrase says the theory is that. So what is the theory? Which of these phrases P, Q or R describes the theory? The theory is described, or it is starting to describe, in sentence Q, right, or in phrase Q. So the theory is that a tipping point comes where tax cuts, right? And if you notice, now what do these tax cuts do? They incentivize entrepreneurial drive, encouraging overtime, higher earnings and yielding more tax. So encouraging, P mentions that these tax cuts encourage something. What do they encourage? They encourage overtime, higher earnings, yielding more tax, right? So P and R here are a pair, and the fact that this introductory phrase must be followed by Q gives us the correct order as QPR. So the correct answer here is C, that is Q, P and R. So the fact that P and R form a mandatory pair and Q must follow this introductory phrase, because Q gives us what the theory is. The introductory phrase talks about a theory, guys, and Q gives us what the introductory phrase is. Yep. Most of you who have given the answer as C are correct. Moving on to the next question. Now this is a similar question type, so go ahead and solve it yourself and then we'll discuss. The introductory phrase here says future space explorers might be able to use. So the introductory phrase talks about future space explorers who might be able to use something. So what might they be able to use? They might be able to use a silica aerogel that is porous, extremely light. Now if you notice, R gives us adjectives, that is porous, extremely light. And what could these adjectives be qualifying? So the fact that these are adjectives, these must qualify a noun, right? And if you notice, P here gives us the noun, that is material. So material here is a noun. So the fact that R and P form a mandatory pair, we have established this on the basis of grammar, right? Now this material can be used to insulate greenhouses and other structures on Mars. So the correct order is R, P, Q. So whoever answered the correct answer as option B is correct. The correct order is R, P, Q. So the sentence reads, future space explorers might be able to use a silica aerogel, that is a porous extremely light material, to insulate greenhouses and other structures on Mars. So Prince, Wajid, Karthik, you guys are correct. Nishi, Shubha, Arun, Arvind, yes, you guys are correct. Absolutely right. Moving on to the next question, guys. Now, in case of this question, this is a new question type. And in case of this question, 5 words are highlighted. You're given one sentence and 5 words are highlighted in this sentence. So what you have to do is, you have to rearrange these sentences, or you have to interchange one or more pairs such that this sentence is grammatically and meaningfully correct. Go through the sentence and then we'll discuss the solution. The sentence says, mobile apps are copycat targets for easy, even that they are cheap to produce and are unprotected by largely property laws. So which of these pairs must be interchanged so that this sentence becomes grammatically and meaningfully correct? Guys, if you notice, unprotected hair is what? It is a verb, right? And a verb must always be qualified by an adverb. And if you notice, amongst these given words, the words that are highlighted, that is copycats, easy, produce, largely and intellectual, only largely is the adverb. So, in case of this sentence, here in place of D, largely must be placed, right? So, in the place of intellectual, we must actually place largely. So, intellectual here must be replaced by largely. And the fact that property laws here is what? A noun phrase, right? So, intellectual here acts what? As an adjective. So, this noun phrase is being qualified by the adjective intellectual, right? So, we have established that D and E must be interchanged. Now, let us look at the options. In case of options, the options say that D and E must be interchanged. We are given the option D and E, but with D and E, we are also given A and B. So, let us check whether A and B must also be interchanged or not. So, the sentence says, mobile apps are easy targets. Now, targets here is also what? A noun, and easy here acts as an adjective. So, mobile apps are easy targets for copycats. So, they are easy to copy, right? They are easy to reproduce. Good morning, Rajesh. If you have joined us right now, we are solving para jumbles for IB ACIO exam. Ruchit has also joined us. Yep. So in case of this question, many of you have gotten the correct answer. The correct answer is option D, that is pairs A and B and D and E must be interchanged so that this sentence is grammatically and meaningfully correct. Arvind has also given us the correct answer. Yes, guys. Let us move on. So this is a similar question type. Go through the question, take a few moments and solve it yourself. Then we'll discuss the solution. Like the session, guys, and subscribe to the channel for more such content. Subscribe if you haven't already. And we will be coming up with more such content. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Yes, guys. So the sentence here says, a new stellar of Milky Way shows a gigantic wave of map nurseries riding just outside the sun's orbit within the spiral disk of our galaxy. Now, if you notice, this new here acts what? As an adjective. New here is an adjective. So, new must qualify a noun. This adjective must qualify a noun. And in case you notice, in the given options, map here is a noun, right? So map must replace stellar. And this stellar here is an adjective which in turn qualifies what? Nurseries riding just. So nurseries here is also a noun. Yep, this was a very easy question. You guys have got the correct answer. Arun, Naveen, Prince, Shubha, Pavan. Yes, you guys are right. Wajid. Yep. The correct answer is option A. That is, A and C must be interchanged. So the sentence will read, a new map of Milky Way shows a gigantic wave of stellar nurseries. Stellar, I want you to find out the meaning of the word stellar and give me the meaning as soon as possible. Go ahead, find out the meaning of the word stellar, guys. And the rest of you can solve the question if you haven't already. The correct answer in this case is A and C. So, stellar and map must be interchanged. Moving on to the next question now. So, in case of this question, here the directions say that a sentence is divided into 4 parts. So, this is one sentence and it has been divided into 4 parts. These 4 parts are jumbled in a random order. What you have to do is you have to unjumble these parts in such a manner that these parts form a grammatically and meaningfully correct sentence. So, what you have to do is you have to give me the correct order. Let us see what the parts say. Part A says, that is imagining how things. Part B says, our regrets are caused by upward counterfactuals. And part C says, we made different choices. D says, could have been better had. So, if you notice, in case of this question, we must find out the introductory part. And as soon as we find out the introductory part, we'll be able to negate a few options. So, in case of this sentence, phrase B here will form the introductory sentence or introductory phrase. B says, our regrets are caused by upward counterfactuals. And part A describes what upward counterfactuals is. So, part A says, that is imagining how things. So, B and A form a pair here. The fact that B acts as the introductory phrase and B and A form a mandatory pair. So, if you notice, we are done with this question. We have already solved the questions. Now, if you look at the options, the fact that B here is the introductory phrase, we can negate options A and B. And the fact that B and A is a mandatory pair, we can also negate option C. This leaves us with option D as the correct answer. So, there was no need to solve the entire question yourself. You could have taken help of the options. Most of you have given me the correct answer. Most of you. Absolutely right. The correct answer is option D. So the sentence says, our regrets are caused by upward counterfactuals, that is, imagining how things could have been better had we made different choices. Now, the next sentence or the next question is a similar question type. So, take some time and solve this question yourself. The part A says there are marked gender differences in, B says or revelatory to learn, C says personality traits between men and women, and D says it should not be particularly earth shattering. So this question is very easy in case you follow the tip that I had given you for the last question. So in case of the last question, we had found out the introductory phrase first. If you find out the introductory phrase in this question is very easy. Let us solve it together, guys. Part D says it should not be particularly earth shattering. Now, if you notice, this phrase here will form the introductory phrase. And if you notice, this earth shattering here is given an alternate option here in part B. So it should not be particularly earth shattering or revelatory to learn. So D and B here form a pair. Now, the fact that earth shattering means shocking, or it means that it should not be surprising to you, and the alternate option here is given in part B. So, D and B here form a pair. It should not be particularly earth shattering or revelatory to learn. There are marked gender differences in. So, where are the marked gender differences? They are in the personality traits between men and women. So, the second pair that we have is pair A, C. If you had found out the correct introductory sentence or phrase, you could have simply marked option C as your correct answer. If you hadn't found out the correct introductory phrase, what you could have done is you could have formed these two mandatory pairs. So, the correct order here is D, B, A and C. So, C here is the correct answer, guys. Moving on to the next question now. Now, this is a completely new question type. In case of this question, what you are given is you are given two sentences, and the sentences or the parts given in bold are fixed. So, here you are given two sentences and you have to rearrange them in such a order that these two sentences are meaningfully and grammatically correct. I'll explain you this question more clearly or in simpler words. So, here you are given these parts as fixed, right? And what you have to do is you have to rearrange the other parts in such a manner that this part here forms the first sentence and this part here forms the second sentence. If you notice, parts B and E are fixed. So, in order to solve this question, you must focus on the parts that are fixed and you must find out what can precede this part and what can follow this part that is fixed. So, what does part B says? B says a large chunk of their business. So, B mentions a pronoun their. So, this pronoun must have a proper noun or it must have a subject that it can refer to. If you notice, part D here mentions e-commerce companies C. So, what do these companies see? And if you notice, e-commerce companies here can refer to their, right? Because their here is a plural pronoun. And e-commerce companies is also a plural subject. So, here you must place part E. No, this is part D. Part E is fixed. I'm sorry. Yes, I have started getting the correct answers. Yes, guys, the correct answer is option C. So let us discuss now. So, e-commerce companies, as we have discussed, is being referred to as there in part B. So, what you will do is you will place part D here. So, we have established that D and B here form a pair. And if you were to follow the trick of pairs, the mandatory pairs, you could have solved this question easily. Why? Because only one option gives option D as the introductory phrase. So the sentence says, e-commerce companies see a large chunk of their business coming in during festival sales. So most of their business comes in during the festive sales. This here is the first sentence that we are given. Now moving on to the second sentence in this very question. Here they make significant investments and part E here is fixed. So they make significant investments ahead of time to ramp up their capacity to be able to handle the spike in orders. So the fact that they get too many orders during the festive sales, they make investments well in advance. So they make Okay, so some of you want me to use Hindi, so I'll use Hindi. In case of this question, आपको दो पार्ट्स दिए हैं, दो सेंटेंसेस दिए हैं आपको, एंड इन दो सेंटेंसेस को 3 पार्ट्स ईच में डिवाइड किया हुआ है. नाउ द फैक्ट दैट पार्ट्स बी एंड ई आर फिक्स्ड, पार्ट्स बी एंड ई आर फिक्स्ड, इनको आप एज इट इज प्लेस कर सकते हैं. सो this here will form the first sentence and this here will form the second sentence, right? और इसमें पार्ट्स बी और ई ऑलरेडी फिक्स्ड हैं, तो आपको बी और ई की जगह ऑलरेडी पता है. जब आप रीअरेंज करेंगे तो बी और ई की जगह नहीं बदलेगी, राइट? नाउ आपको क्या करना है कि आपको बाकी पार्ट्स ऐसे ऑर्डर में रीअरेंज करने हैं कि फर्स्ट सेंटेंस और सेकंड सेंटेंस ग्रामेटिकली और मीनिंगफुली करेक्ट हों. And up till now we have discussed that D here forms the introductory phrase and the correct order for the first sentence is D, B, C. So first sentence का order है D, B, C. And अब second sentence को जब हम देखते हैं तो second sentence हमें subject देता है they. So the second sentence gives us the subject they and this they here must open the second sentence, right? So A here gives us the opening phrase for the second sentence. So if you notice, the correct order here is D, B, C, A, E, F. Hence option C here is the correct answer. Now moving on to the next question. This is a similar question and take some time and solve the question. Instead of paths B and E, now the paths C and E are fixed. So you have to rearrange the other parts that are left. Part C here is talking about 3 of the 4 quad members. If you guys are preparing GK, you must know the 4 quad members also. Yep. So, shall we begin, guys? Yes, Manjot is right. The correct answer is option C. Yep. So, let us discuss, guys. Now, part D here says Malabar naval exercises which include, and part F says a militarization of the quad could be viewed Yes, guys. Guys, go ahead and solve this question. Now, part C here says 3 of the 4 quad members. So, Malabar naval exercise which include some of you are saying B should be the correct answer. We'll verify if B is the correct answer. India has been reluctant to include Australia in the Malabar naval exercises, which include 3 of the Quad. Actually, you guys are right. Option A here is the correct answer. This is an error on my part. Yes, guys, A here is the correct answer. If you notice, part B says India has been reluctant to include Australia in the Malabar naval exercises, which include 3 of the 4 Quad members. A militarization of Quad could be viewed by China as a strategy to contain it, not something that India has wanted to do. Yes, so A here is the correct answer. The correct order is B, D, C, F, E and A, right? Yes, guys. So this brings us to the end of the session, guys, and I would like to highlight that the target batch has already begun on the 18th of January. So make sure that you enroll as soon as possible. And we have also started the SBI PO crash course. It begins on the 20th of January. Apart from that, we have the ECGC PO course. It begins on 21st January. So make sure that you enroll to these courses if you are preparing for these exams. And thank you for watching, guys. In case you have doubts, you can simply take a screenshot and ask me those doubts in the comments section. I'll answer all your doubts. Yes, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching. And make sure that you tune in tomorrow at the same time, that is 10 a.m. Okay, guys. Thank you. Have a good day.